guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kanisha. I am back with another video and it's been a very long time, but I'm glad that you're watching this. I'm going to get back into YouTube and continue to grow my channel the way that I want to, because I really did enjoy it when I was doing it before. So this is one of the first videos that I'm going to upload. This is the Covergirl TruBlend Matte Made Foundation. If you want to see what I think about how this foundation applies and how some other drugstore items that I picked up, like the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter or the new Loreal blushes, then just continue to watch this video. Also, before I get into the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you want to keep up with every video that I upload, then just turn on your notification bell and you will be in the loop with everything. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so today I have a few drugstore items that I want to review and try out for a first time. The first thing and what this video is basically about is the Covergirl TruBlend Matte Made. This is a foundation that claims to be a comfort matte as well as transfer resistant. I got this in the shade D70, and on camera it looks like that it might be, you know, like a pretty good match for me, but you can tell that I have like a little bit more golden undertones in my skin, and this is like a little bit more cool tone, on the cool tone side anyway. So we're gonna work with it. I think this retails for about $8 or $9 at Walmart, so that's where I picked mine up. I started to pick up another color, but I thought, you know what, let me just try this out. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it, but we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna incorporate this Covergirl foundation as well as some other drugstore products that are popping right now. This is the Maybelline New York Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter, and this is the shade 200 Molten Topaz. L'Oreal Paris Infallible Matte Block Mattifying Primer. This was probably the most expensive product out of all of these, and it was closer to $11 or $12 from Walmart. It claims to smooth and refine the canvas mattifying primer that stops shine and blurs imperfections for a matte finish. So I have used the Infallible matte foundation. I really like it, but of course, you know, the shade range isn't that great for dark skinned or tanned people. So the shade that I have is a little bit more warm than I would like. It's got a lot of red in it, but I do like it because it does stay matte all day. So I'm hoping that this primer lives up to the expectations that I have for it today. The Covergirl Queen Collection Bronzer. This is not a newbie to stores or to anybody else probably, that dark skinned people that use makeup. This is from the Covergirl Queen Collection. It's called Ebony Bronze, and it's just a true warm tone bronzer, and I really like warm tone bronzers as well as like a warm tone contour. It just looks really good against my skin tone, so that's why I got that. This is Peach Punch, pinkish, like a baby pink, but has like that peach tone to it. Smells like peaches. I just realized that it says peach scented. I think this was like $6. This is the L'Oreal Peach blush. It's from the Enchanted Peach Collection Paradise line, and it's number 191 Fantastical. This also smells like peaches. This probably is a little bit more strong than the Covergirl one. This also comes with a mirror, which is pretty cool for a blush compact. Not a lot of blushes come with mirrors. Squeezy tube. So I'm going to take a little bit on my hand here. And if I'm looking away from the camera, I am definitely looking at the monitor to see what I'm doing, make sure everything is looking okay. So I'm just focusing all of that on my T-zone area because that's where I get the most oily. I don't want to put too much because I really want to try out this foundation and see how it works and if it really is a matte foundation. But I would normally use a primer with my foundations, so that's why I'm using a primer in this review and first impressions. Alright, so this has a little bit of a masky finish. It is definitely a smoothing primer. I can definitely tell by the residue that's on my fingers. And it does seem to blur the pores a little bit, especially in here. And it dries down. It's a little bit sticky for right now, but it seems like that it's going to be one of those matte E foundations or primers, you know what I mean. Again, I have the shade 270 Cappuccino, and again, this is a little bit more cool tone than I like, but I'm going to show you guys here what it looks like. Spread that out. Actually, not a bad shade. I think we're gonna make it work, you know? And to buff this foundation out, I'm just going to be using my NYX number 3. I think this is a buffing brush. I don't know. I picked it up at Ulta maybe a year or two ago, and I've been using it ever since. I don't even use my beauty blender anymore except for concealer. So I am tapping and sweeping this foundation. So far, it's looking really good. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, I'm noticing. Looks like it has a little bit of a glow, which is a little strange because it claims to be a matte foundation, but we'll go with it. And I take just a little bit of excess, whatever is left, and put it on my forehead and on my eyes. I just don't like those parts to be, you know, too caked up with foundation. So, and we are not going for like a full glam today. You can see I have my hair slicked back today, so don't want to be too beat. I don't want to be too beat, y'all. I don't want to be too caked up. So initially, I really do like the way this foundation looks. It looks healthy. It covered up, I guess, a good bit of, you know, like my imperfections. However, I can just still see, you know, some discoloration here that I have. I can still see my moles that I have here still peeking through. Sometimes when I go in like with my Marc Jacobs foundation, it just covers that up. So I can tell that this is not as full coverage as that kind of foundation. But for the price point, I think it did a pretty good job. And being that we are doing a light beat, I think that this is perfect. I'm going to see if this is buildable though. So I'm going to go in with one extra layer just for you guys, even though I don't typically do that because I don't like full beats like that. But I will see if this is buildable for you guys. So I think that this foundation layers really nice. It still looks pretty natural for me. It still looks like a little bit, you know, light to medium coverage for me, which is what I like, what I prefer. If you're looking for full coverage, I'm not sure if you're going to like this foundation for that reason. But all of the other properties like mattifying, and all of that, it seems to have a glow, but it does seem that it's going to be a foundation that does dry down matte once it does set. So I think you'll like that about this foundation. I'm trying to keep up with the drugstore theme that I'm doing today. I'm going to be using the Colourpop No Filter Concealers. These you won't find in a drugstore like CVS or Walmart or Walgreens, or at least not in my area. But you can get these online for very cheap. I think they run for like $6 or something like that. So these are super affordable. They can be ordered online, and I just consider them drugstore because of how cheap they are. I have the two shades Rich 75 as well as Deep Tan 55. Both of these seem very light. So this is the deep tan here. Oops. This is the deep tan here. And then this is the Rich 75 here. So my train of thought was to use the lighter shade to highlight and the darker shade to contour. However, I don't know if the darker shade is going to work for contour, but we definitely will use the lighter shade to conceal. It does seem like it has some coverage. I will say that this particular shade is a little pinkish, I think, because I was gonna say it looks warm, but it also looks cool, so maybe it's in the middle. I don't know. We're gonna see. And I forgot to wet my beauty blender, so I'm gonna go do that right now. Okay, so I have my wet beauty blender here that also needs to be cleaned, but we're gonna just ignore the fact that that does need to be cleaned. Now I'm gonna go in and just start blending this in. Okay, so I actually do like the way that this concealer blended out. It looks very smooth under the eyes. It looks very smooth everywhere else that I put it. And it's a nice contrast for a highlight shade. So I actually am feeling this concealer. So if you don't own the Colourpop concealer, which I don't know how you don't own it because I feel like everybody owns that concealer, you need to go get it. I'm not going to use the contour shade that I had for the Colourpop concealer just because I don't think it's going to do much for me, being that it's really, really light. So I'm just going to use the concealer that I have on hand that's not the drugstore. The next thing that I'm going to do is go in and set my entire face, and I don't have a drugstore powder that I like to use to set my face. I do have a couple of drugstore powders, but I just don't like the way that they, you know, help my face hold up or anything. And because I really want to test out this foundation as true to my routine as possible, then I'm going to just use my regular setting powder, and I like to use the Mercier setting powder in medium deep. So I'm going to take a little bit of that and just set my face. I am using the NYX Professional Makeup Eyebrow Powder Pencil Crayon EP-P07 Espresso. I have never used this, so this is new. I think that does the trick. I think they look pretty good. This one is a little bit sparse over here, but we're not going to worry about it. We're going to move right on into the next thing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be trying out this CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer that we were talking about. And let's bronze this baby up. I'm not noticing a major difference, but then again, my contour shade color is like pretty strong, so I'm not noticing a huge difference with this bronzer. but my sister swears by it, so I'm gonna keep using it, and we'll see. Okay, yeah, I just need to go in with a little more because I definitely can tell the difference on this side of my face. And I'm trying not to go over the highlighted areas because I really want those parts of my face to stand out. This is from Morphe. It's Morphe highlighter pencil, so worth it. And I'm just going to take it right here. Because I didn't conceal, I'm going to use this there to provide a little bit of contrast and definition. Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio metallic highlighter, and highlight the highest points of my cheek with it. It's subtle, but it's also just like, it's kind of like subtle and in your face at the same time. I don't know if I like the way that it goes on, because I feel like you can definitely see like the texture in my face on that area. So I don't know if I like the formula of it. This is the Covergirl Peach Punch Blush. This is the darker one out of the two that I showed you earlier. So I think this one is going to stand out on my skin tone. So I feel like with this blush, this is one that you definitely like have to build up to get it where you want it, especially if you have a deeper skin tone. Well, this is the complete look of us using today the Covergirl TruBlend Matte Made Foundation in the shade D70. This is what my face turned out like. It is definitely matte now. I can feel it, but it's not super drying on my face. Like, my face isn't tight or anything like that. If you like a tight face, because I know sometimes I like to go for, you know, something that's going to make me, you know, make my face feel like it can barely move. But this is not that kind of foundation. It is actually what it claims to be, which is a comfort matte. It's a matte foundation, but very, very comfortable for your skin. So I'm loving this right now. I'm going to see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll give you guys an update. Either I will check back in, or I will give you an update in the description box below. So make sure you check the description box if you want the update. I don't notice that my pores are extremely any more noticeable than they already were, or than they typically are. And I do think that my skin is smooth, so I think I'm enjoying the primer as well. And it seems like everything is drying down, like I said, to a matte finish. One thing that we need to test out is if the foundation is transfer resistant, because it did claim to be transfer resistant. So what I'm going to do is tap my face. I got some clean hands, y'all. I'm going to just tap my face, and we're going to look. And I don't think I see any foundation on there. So it looks very good. I'm going to do it again with this finger. I'm just going to swipe here because that was foundation. And I do have a little bit of color, like you can barely see it. So, but that could be that it's not just super set all the way. But as far as the claims, I think that this foundation does live up to what it claims to be and do. Alright, I'll see you guys later today. Okay guys, we are back, and we are at the, I think it's been 4.5 hours. I think I forgot to tell you guys that it was around 11:15 when I had left and put on my makeup and, you know, finished this complete look. So now it is 3:33, so it's been about a little bit over 4 hours, about 4 hours and pretty much 15 minutes. I am starting to feel this foundation on my skin. Before, it felt a little bit weightless and I didn't feel it, you know, it didn't feel heavy on my skin, but now I'm starting to feel it, and I think that's because my oils are starting to come in. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a little bit of oil here around my nose here, just in that area. Again, I have combination skin, not super oily, but I do get oily, especially in, like I said, in these spots right here. The foundation has not creased. It has not creased or anything. It still looks good, but I'm definitely starting to look a little bit dewy. And I haven't been outside a whole lot. I did go and run an errand outside, but I was only out for maybe an hour and then back inside. I do like this foundation. It's one foundation that I'm going to continue to wear, especially for days that I don't want a whole lot of coverage. Like if I just wanted to go to work and, you know, just look like all, you know, look put together but not like glamorous or anything. This will be a great foundation for that. So it's a good everyday foundation. It comes in many different shades. I'll try to insert a clip of some sort about their shade range for this foundation, as well as the undertones in the foundation are pretty spot on, I would say too. I didn't think that this was going to work for me. I thought it was going to be too cool tone, but it does work. So I'm pretty happy with the foundation match, the color. I'm happy with the wear actually coming in. I mean, it just doesn't look bad. It looks like I'm just getting a little bit dewy, you know. It just kind of looks like a natural, healthy look. So I'm not mad at how the oils are coming in or the fact they're coming in at 4.5 hours. I'm not upset about that. I don't know that I would just call it a, you know, true matte foundation, but it does have some mattifying properties in there. And for someone who has, you know, not super oily skin, maybe more so on the combination side, then this probably will be a great foundation for that type of person. So that completes this video, you guys. And like I said, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, you can leave your comments, concerns, or questions down in the not down in the description box. What? No, you can leave your comments, questions, and concerns down below. I definitely do try to respond to a lot of you guys' questions, so don't hesitate if you have something to say. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, just give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.